Hi everyone, today is a question and answer video. Yes, I'm finally doing it. And some of my questions, or at least one of my questions, might even shock you. And you know how I know why? Because every time I answer this question, everyone always goes, what? Or there's always some kind of reaction that I get when I answer this one question. So let's jump right into it. And the first question is, what is my favorite category that I love to thrift? And that's easy, it's home decor. And I'm headed there right now. Right, we are now done with the thrift store. It's now a few hours later and I'm actually at my granddaughter's school waiting to pick her up. It is about to storm big time. We have had clouds verge in from every angle and they've met over the city of Las Vegas. So at any minute, I'm expecting the rain and the lightning to start, but hopefully I can get this done and finished and pick up my granddaughter and finish this video before that starts. So the next question is, where is the best place I visited in England? And I'm assuming that's when I went on my vacation, and that would have to be the Cotswolds. And that's because I consider that home. It's always where I feel the most relaxed and have the most fun. And I know that area, I know what pubs to go to, I know the roads well. So that generally it's always the Cotswolds. And it was this time for this instance as well. So yeah, definitely the Cotswolds. But saying that, I do love Cornwall and I do love Devon, so that's a close second and third runner-up. Right, what's my favourite restaurant in Las Vegas? So that would have to be Giada's. I've been there probably the most out of all the strip restaurants, and that is in, I can't remember the name of the hotel, but it's kitty corner across from the Bellagio. And when you sit in the restaurant, excuse me, when you sit in the restaurant, you can actually watch the fountain show, and it's right at the base of the Eiffel Tower as well. So it's just really pretty. The food is good, it's Italian, and the owner, Giada, she is actually a celebrity chef. So you can catch her on the cooking channel. I highly recommend it. So I'm gonna link that restaurant in the description box. So that is definitely my favorite restaurant. Next question, what is my favorite thrift upcycle? Definitely it would have to be my fireplace. I found a wooden fireplace. I think I paid $35 for it, which was an absolute bargain. I upcycled it. I painted it blue and cream, knocked it back, really distressed it. I added some tiles in the back and I love it. It's in my bedroom. I'll insert a little clip now.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days.
Yeah, I hope you liked it. So yeah, that was definitely my favorite thrift upcycle. What's my best charity shop find? So basically that's the same question. Where's the one place I would love to travel in the States? Gosh, I think it would have to be New York City. We've flown into JFK. One time we did a massive detour. You know, I shouldn't really leave booking flights to my husband because he always goes for the cheapest. And we left Jamaica, which was down here. We flew all the way up to New York City and then came all the way back down again to Las Vegas just to save some money. I was furious. But there was two couples. There was me and my husband, my friend and her husband, and both of us girls were so annoyed at our husbands for booking this flight. But yeah, we've been to New York, we've been to JFK, we stayed there for a few hours, so we didn't actually get to see the city. So I think that's on my bucket list, and I actually would like to go at Christmas time because that's when I've seen it in the movies, you know, that ice skating in front of that big, is it Rockefeller Center, and there's a big Christmas tree and it always just looks so romantic and lovely. So yeah, New York at Christmas. Probably not this Christmas though. Okay, next, oh no, I've answered that one. What is my favorite category that I love to thrift? So I did that first, or did I don't think I actually answered that. I was walking into the thrift store, wasn't I? So my favorite category would be home decor. So that's vases, the jars, the bowls, the wooden bowls, frames, pictures, and then I usually wander over to the smaller furniture items, which would be little chests of drawers or little side tables. I love doing those. And then lastly, I tend to go over to the clothes last, or books. But yeah, home decor is definitely the first area that I hit when I enter a thrift store. Next is, do I have children? Yes, I've answered that one before, I think. So I have a daughter who is now 34, time flies, and my husband has a daughter who's now 43, which it just seems unbelievable. I met her when she was 10, so yeah, she's now 43. That's just wild to me. How did I... Oh, I'm going to save this question to last. That's my shocker question. Okay. Favorite things about living in Las Vegas? There's a few things really. One, it's a really easy city to travel around. All the roads go north-south, east-west, and then also there are 2 freeways that crisscross above the center of Las Vegas, so it's so easy to get anywhere in Las Vegas. And at the moment we don't have that much traffic, but I think it's not going to last too long. We've got a lot of people moving to Las Vegas here lately, so yeah, I have noticed more traffic on the roads. That's one of the things I like about Las Vegas. The other is we do have some of the best restaurants in the world, and all the stars want to come here and do a show here, so we get some of the best shows in the world too. So yeah, we are lucky in that. And also we do pretty much have good weather. Not today, but normally we do. What got me started in thrifting? It was when I wanted to save some money. I was saving up for, I think it was probably a vacation. I don't remember what I was saving up for, but I know I wanted a table, and I thought, well, let me go to a thrift store and have a look. And they had some there that wasn't necessarily what I wanted, but I thought, you know what, if I make that over, or if I try to make it over, that's going to work and I'm going to save myself some money. So I think that was the very first time I did that. And prior to that, when I lived in England, I used to like doing car boot sales. So kind of that started me really, I guess, was the car boot sales, which they don't do over here. They only do garage sales. And then I think that kind of progressed into thrifting really. Next. What does my husband do? Now I don't know if that's what does he do for a job or what does he do for fun. So what does he do for fun? He has actually a couple of motorcycles that he goes out regularly with his friends. I actually got my motorbike license too, but I don't ride a bike. It's just too dangerous on these roads. I don't trust myself and I don't trust other people, more importantly. But I do ride on the back of his bike from time to time, not very often, but every now and then I will. But yeah, he likes to ride his bike and he loves to bowl. 10-pin bowling. He's on a couple of leagues, so he loves to go bowling. And he has a brother that flies into Vegas quite regularly, and they go on a bowling league together. And he's got a couple of friends that now are on the bowling league. So yeah, they go out quite often. In fact, it's probably like 3 times a week they go bowling. That's not really my cup of tea. Does my husband support my YouTube channel? Absolutely, yeah. He watches my videos, and not only that, he'll quite often comment on a video. And he also gives me suggestions, and sometimes he critiques too. So yeah, he's always giving me ideas. And then when I am videoing, you'll quite often hear him tiptoeing in the background. So yeah, I definitely would say that he supports my YouTube channel. Okay, if I'm not thrifting or crafting, what am I doing? So I'm generally at the moment watching YouTube. I have a new computer. I have a Mac computer that I have to learn because I'm used to using the Dell computer. So that was a huge change going from Dell to a Mac. So right now I'm spending a lot of time doing tutorials on how to use a Mac computer, and I'm also doing tutorials on how to do a YouTube channel, because I don't think you can ever stop learning really. And I watch a lot of YouTubers, one for just pure enjoyment, but 2, I also love to see what they do, and then that inspires me and gives me ideas to do things on my channel also. Which leads me to a next question: who do I watch? Now I did do a video previously, and I did list everyone that I watch as YouTubers, but since then I've actually found a couple more YouTubers, and one of them is Brogan Tate, and she does a lot of travel vlogs. Really good. She's been like to Norway on a cruise, Disneyland. I'm not really into Disneyland, however she's been to Dubai, Cornwall, all around England, and her vlogs are really good. It's her and her boyfriend that usually go out and about together, and she's done a few big P&O cruises as well. I think to Greece was the last one I watched, but yeah, I would definitely recommend going to her channel, and I'll write her name here, Brogan Tate. What part of the UK did I grow up? I grew up in Wiltshire, which is an hour west of London. So I was born in Swindon, but when I was 19 going on 20, I moved from Swindon to Northamptonshire. From Northamptonshire, I think I went to Northamptonshire, Oxfordshire, and then Gloucestershire. And then from a little town in Gloucestershire called Fairford, I then moved straight to Las Vegas. Okay, I've come inside because it's got too hot out there. Right, next question is, what do I miss most about living in the UK? That's a really easy one. The fact that you can be living in a town and drive 10 minutes out of the town and be in the beautiful countryside, or you can drive an hour and be in the city, or you can drive an hour in a different direction and be at the coast, or you can just hop on an inexpensive flight and be in Europe. That's absolutely what I miss most. Just in the afternoon saying, you know what, should we go out to the countryside and go for a pub lunch? I just miss that so much. You cannot do that here in Vegas. If you drive an hour in any direction on any of the roads out of Las Vegas, you're still in the desert. And I think at every location there are casinos, so you can't escape the casinos. And even when we're here, sitting here of an evening, and we say, should we go do something? Your only option really is to go to a casino. There isn't, or a bar. There really isn't a whole lot, unless you want to spend money to go to a show. Yeah, like the spur of the moment things, and just being in a different place. Like the nearest beach is basically San Diego or LA beach, one of those beaches, and that's a 5-hour drive, which I don't mind doing. But for us, because we got dogs, if you want to go for a weekend, then you've got to put the dogs in kennels, book a hotel, versus if you live in Swindon and you want to go to Bournemouth for the day, get up, pack the car, drive down to Bournemouth, spend the day on the beach, go back home, stop in the pub on the way home. I mean, yeah, that's what I miss absolutely the most. What made me start a YouTube channel? I think I answered that one before my other video, but basically it was after lockdown when I started watching all the YouTube channels. It made me remember when I met my husband and he had a video camera, and we used to video day trips and Christmas and vacations, and I miss that. And all of our memories are on VHS cassette tapes, which we can pull out and watch because we still got a VCR recorder. But I thought it'd be really nice to video stuff, whether it's my DIYs, upcycles, anything like that. The grandchildren can look back, because I would have loved to have been able to do that, and I'm sure any of you would love to have looked back and watched your grandparents or your great-grandparents and heard their voices and just seen their house and seen how they lived. I just think that would have been amazing. Anyway, that's what first initially got me started. And I actually love editing. Before I had a YouTube channel, I used to make little tiny videos on Wondershare and post them on Facebook, because we have a little group of us called the Day Trippers at work, and there was a group of about 5 or 6 of us girls, and we go out on day trips, and like we went to Area 51, we went down to, I think they're called 7 Magic Mountains, we went hiking, and so I did little videos just for fun, even before I realised that YouTube was a thing. So yeah, I like the whole process of filming and editing and actually producing something. So yeah, which I still need to learn and get better at. So here comes the shock question, and that is, how did I meet my husband? And I actually met him at a barbecue through my neighbour's sister. She was hosting a barbecue and I went along, I was invited, and I met him there. But the shock part is, wait for it, is that we actually moved in together 10 days afterwards, and that was 33 years ago. And it certainly doesn't feel like 33 years. So when people ask me, oh, how long have you been married, or when did you meet your husband? When I tell them that, they usually are pretty shocked. They actually can't believe me. And they're like, well, how old are you? And to answer that, I'm 53. I turned 53 in June. Anyway, so I've answered all the questions that was given to me. If you have any more questions, don't hesitate to ask. I can always make another video next month or the month after. But yeah, hope you've learnt something new.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days.